everybody, and welcome back to another Silver Lined edition from AU Pay Dirt. That's right. Today we have an epic hunt for you. That's right. We're going to do coin roll hunting, everybody. Why is that? Well, it's easy. I haven't had no money for Pay Dirt. I haven't had no money for coin lots on eBay. Therefore, we get coins from the bank. They're cheaper. Let me tell you how much. Free, unless we find something. So you can't beat the price, you can't beat the fun, and trust me, this will be hours and hours of fun. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to have this in two separate videos. The pennies will be a video all their own because there is $25 worth of pennies, 50 rolls here. We have 10 rolls of $10 halves, and we have 7 rolls of quarters. Now, what we're looking for in the halves is basically silver, 40% silver, and not intended for circulation halves, proofs, mint marks, things that's not meant for general public or business strike. And the quarters. We're going to be looking for silver. We're going to be looking for variations. We're going to be looking for double dies, basically. So, are we guaranteed any of that? Absolutely not. Now, especially with the halves, I'm almost guessing are a bust anyway. These are customer wrap rolls, and you don't want to see the customer wrap rolls. More than likely, these have been picked through already. Therefore, that all the good stuff has been took out of them. But I couldn't pass the chance to get them. If not, I have to order boxes. And generally, that takes a week to 3 weeks to get a box of halves. So I took what the bank had. We're going to take our chances with it. And remember, if we don't find nothing out of this, we take it back, get our money back. Therefore, free as free can be. If it's free, it's for me. All right, everybody, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to get my list of all what I'm looking for. What I'll do is open these up. I'll probably open up one for you in front of the camera, and then I'll go and set and open the rest. I'll pull out anything that looks interesting. We will come back. I'll show you laid out if we have anything or not, and then we'll go into the quarters. The quarters, I know, will have some interesting dates. There's a lot more in here that could be in there than there is in here, so for sure we'll have something to show of the quarters. Then we'll go through and check. We'll see if there's anything worth keeping. I'll bring you back for it. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I'll be back here shortly. We'll open one of these halves, and then I'll go through them by myself. All right, we'll be back here shortly. All right, everybody, we're back. We're going to open up one of these babies. That way y'all can all see. Now, we've got one that's a little different from the rest of them. So most of them are the dark brown wrapper, and then we've got the light brown wrapper. What I want to do is start out with this light brown. Let's see if we have any silver, 40%, 90%, any not intended for circulations, any proofs, anything good. Am I expecting anything good? No, generally you want to buy boxes. Boxes are $500. I took what I could get today. So let's open her up. Now this is, yet again, a customer wrap roll. And we're just going to dump them all out. Alright, let's look at the edges. No silver. None whatsoever, which we did expect to be the case. No 40s. No foils. As y'all can all see the copper in these. These are all regular. But let's kindly go through and see what we have got in here. We've got an 83. Another 83. Another 83. Another 1983. 1983. Hey! It looks like we got a roll of 1983 halves. That is a little discouraging, catching this first one. And I bet you it's all 83s. All 83s. But now this was the one pre-wrap roll, so maybe it's just this one roll. So we got a whole roll of 1983s. And what mint mark? Denver. 1983 D's. Nothing in this roll, everybody. Let's open one of these brown rolls. Let's hoping that this doesn't continue. Let's see what we got in these. Now, these are different. It will be all from the same customer. If they're all 83s, well, we just might be in trouble, huh? Yet again, I don't see any silver there. I do see an extremely War Kennedy, though, right here. What have we got? A 71. All right, so these are not all 83s. What's our second one? A 97. All right, we have a mixer here, everybody. A 1972. A 73. And yet again, I don't see any silvers in this. From y'all's angle, it looks like this one right here would be, but it's just a lighting. 1972, 1972, and that is just a awful 72. So what we've got is a mix in these rolls. I'm not going to bore you with going through the whole rolls all in front of you, everybody. We will be back. I'll have anything that's worth keeping pulled out here so y'all can see that, and then we'll break into the quarters. But at least we got a mix now. All right. We shall return shortly. All right, everybody. Absolutely, as promised, we're back. And there's what we found interesting. Now, I must say that as I'd already thought, that was a customer dump. It was 90% 72, 73, and 74s with an occasional 90, 94, 92 in here. I found one interesting coin out of every one of them. Now, is it worth nothing? No, not at all. But it was something different. We found a bicentennial. Now, this was the only interesting coin I found whatsoever. Everything else was all regular business strike. None of it was silver. None of it was NIFC. So, nothing really nice on that. We found one bicentennial, which will end up going right back in the pile. But I just thought I'd bring that, show y'all that. This was the only interesting coin we found out of it. All right, everybody. When we come back, we're going to open a roll of quarters. We'll be back here shortly, and then we'll search the quarters. And just like with the Kennedys, we'll come back with anything good right here. All right, everybody. We'll see you back here shortly. All right, everybody, we're back. We're ready to do some quarters. And now this is going to be a lot different. This, we're not just looking for silver. There's actually a whole list of variations and double dies that we're looking for in these. The statehood quarters, these are variations we're definitely looking for. The 2005 Philadelphia, Kansas, In God We Rest. The 1999 Delaware Spitting Horse, which isn't 100% verified yet. The 2004 Wisconsin Leaf Error, Extra Leaf. The 2005 DDR Minnesota Extra Tree in between the trees. And the 2009 Arizona Extra Cactus Leaf. So we're looking for that. And then everybody, if you're wanting to roll hunt and you're wondering what double dies and you're like me, you don't know exactly what years to look for yet, Wexler's. Wexler's has an amazing page that tells you every double die there is for these quarters. So I printed out the Wexler's guide. That way, as I'm going through it, I can go through and see, hey, have I got a 1970D? Let's check it for the double die. That way, we're not missing nothing. Plus, we're also looking for silver in these rolls. Out of 7 rolls, will it happen? Maybe not. But we're hoping to get some statehood quarter variations. We're hoping to get a West Point quarter, or we're hoping to get silver. Now, most of these will have to be gone through off of camera, but we are going to open one just to let y'all see. Now, my last rolls I went through, I was only looking for West Points, and then I started watching a good guy Great channel, Rob Finds Treasures, and I mean, you wouldn't believe what you can find in these. And at first glance, we have no silver, but that's all right because we're looking for statehood quarters and all kinds of different die variations. There's a statehood quarter there. So everybody, I'm not going to bore you with this. I just figured I'd open one, let y'all see that if there was any silver. Let's go ahead and open another one, see if we can catch a silver glimpse. But it will take some time going through these, so I'm not going to bore y'all with that. It's not fun, at least for the most part, until you find that really nice one. Then it makes it all worth it. But y'all will get to see the fruits of my labors, and I will break out the microscope. We will go through each one to see if we got any die variations. And yet again, everybody, and I know because of my light, it's hard for y'all to see, but there is no silver in that. Every one of it is composition. You can see the copper composition in every one of them. All right, everybody, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to go through these. Let's see what we get out of 7 rolls of quarters, why don't you? I'll be back here shortly. All right, everybody, we are back. What a hunt we had, everyone. Now, are all of these errors? No, they're not. But all of these are ones that could contain the DDO or DDRs. Every one of these are varieties that could actually be a double die. So now it's time to break out the microscope and go through all these. I wanted to show y'all out of 7 rolls, which is $70 worth of quarters, we got about 6 to check. So, and not a very high turnover. If we could get 1 or 2 DDOs or DDRs, I would be just grateful. Now, what I am looking for is the best of each class, because some of these has quite a few variations of DDOs and DDRs there could be. I'm only looking for the best in class of each one. Now, I did find a bicentennial. I did not pull it out. We found a few of the 90s. Mostly what we're looking at will be in the 70s, but we did find a 2005 Kansas in God We Rust error. Now, I have been looking for that error. The only problem with that is that the T is still very, very visible on this quarter, so it's not going to bring no premium. Here it is, everybody. 2005 Kansas. This is in God We Rust error, but the T is still too visible, as y'all can even tell on the video here. Now, when you get it under the microscope, you can tell the T is very light. The die had started to fill with grease. So this isn't going to bring a premium, but it is the In God We Rust error. I just wished it was a deeper die grease where the T was gone, but we did find one. I've been looking for one. I will put this up until the point that I find a better one. So we did find we did find a variety, even though it's not exactly the one I'm looking for. I would like the T to be a little farther gone than what we got here, so I'm happy I did find one. But now, the fun part. Let's break out the microscope, everybody. I'll be back shortly. When we come back, this pile will be a lot less and maybe even none. Let's see what we got out of this. We'll be back here shortly, everyone. All right, we are back with the results of the quarters, and I am so surprised. I absolutely didn't think we would have anything sitting here when we was done, but as you can see, we do. We did find a double die. Now, let's go over this. This is from Wexler's Double Die Guide. This is a WDMO, so it is a double die on the reverse, and it is a double in the In God We Trust. It is a very spread out In God We Trust, very fat, so there is doubling on In God We Trust. Now, look at the condition. This is pretty poor condition. This would rate about a very good VG or fine 12. We're going to say fine 12 to fine 15. It does have some problems. Now, I did find this on eBay for sale, everybody. The problem is not a single one of them that is selling is sold. There's only 2 of them on eBay. One is selling for $9, one is selling for $6, and neither one of them has sold. To send it into Wexler's to even get it verified is $4. So it's not worth getting it verified, but it is pretty prominent that it is a WDMO 001 variety. So we did find some. Now, total value of the coin, I'm going to say realistically $2. That's not the thing. It's not the value. The thing is that I found a double die while quarter hunting in only 7 rolls, everybody. So I'm really ecstatic, really happy about that. I found my first double die. There's no containing how great that is. We didn't find no West Points, and the In God We Rest variation, once I got it under the microscope, the T is just way too prominent to call it a In God We Rest. So we're still on the lookout for that. But I am extremely happy with this one, everybody. As y'all can tell, it may not be worth a whole lot, but it is a die variation, and I am extremely happy. Now, like I said, it's not worth much, but it will be put up in my double dies. That's something to save and put up for my kids. Now, we're not doing the pennies today because, well, for 17 rolls, it took me right at 3.5 hours. My wife is not happy with me now, and we've got 50 rolls here. Now, with these, we're actually looking for wheat cents and die variations and double dies. I'll have the list. We'll go over that when we get to it. But for right now, we did find a double die quarter, a 1982 WDMO 001 Wexler's Guide. Oh, amazing. Not a lot of money, but to me, a great find. All right, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's something different. I just didn't have the money to buy an eBay lot or do a pay dirt review. I do have a few bags of pay dirt that we will get to review this weekend, but we're going to try to do some more of these corn roll hunting. Let's see if we can't get rich off of rolls. All right, everybody. Until next time, may your pants be full and your smiles be golden. Double die.